See how they all start. Russia has untapped their desert. I love you and I. World updates. World updates. You know, there's some people, I'm listening to some people talk on TikTok, right? And it just sounds so ridiculous, you know? And then I see some people talking and wow, and I'm so amazed, you know, so amazed how in tune so many people are with how this planet possibly works, or for their understanding of the workings of this planet. So I'm starting off my video by just talking about how I see how other people think, or what I believe, or what is my what is my awe with others. I just think people are amazing. Everybody knows their own reality. You know, they live in their own reality. How's everybody doing at midnight? So what looks like it's a green screen? Would it be like what's there, or would it be what's like the suit, the hat that I'm wearing right over here? Does anybody know why I'm here? What I do in these videos, in these live, or the 10,000 videos that I have here and there? Have I accomplished anything in explaining my point of view? Look, somebody wants a. You invite me to co-host? How you doing?
We good, man. What's wrong with your face?
Always silent, eh? It's always silent out there.
What's wrong with your face?
Is this supposed to be a battle? How does that work?
Yo, dog, what's wrong with your face?
How that works. You guys are pretty silent, eh? I got to figure out. Hey, Cynthia, how you doing? I have to figure out how to disconnect from these lives. Now we're two people here, and I'm praying. I'm praying really hard. And there's people out here like going, prove to me yesterday didn't, you know, prove to me history. Like I'm listening to Chewbacca and somebody else over here, and I'm trying to put it in my head, because with the numerology and with understanding how with my knowledge of the numbers, when I put them towards the zodiac, right, I still have to understand what friends are in the zodiac, right? What are the zodiac friends? Now I have to take out my paper here, and I got to go really slow. I got to go really slow. I'm just lying back on the chair right now. And let me see if I can look through my book. Let me see if I can look through my book. Just give me a second. Going back through this book, God. Yeah, it would really help if somebody had a question. I have so many pieces that I did in the last few days, and then there are so many that I wrote down that I did not complete. There is a word there. Something happened in a town called Milton, and M-I-L. You know, it looked like it was no Milton, right? Like no limit. Sorry, I think it was no limit in the word Milton. It was almost like a code, right? What's inside? What, you know, when you play the game of Scrabble and you get whatever 7, 8, 9 pieces, you're not going to make the word with all the pieces. So the same thing with building pieces and parts, going back and picking up everyday items, right? And remember, you can only pick up today. You're not picking it up tomorrow. You can think about tomorrow. You can think about yesterday, but it's right now. And somebody was like bothering me a little bit that they came on and they were talking about yesterday. Can you prove yesterday existed? How can you prove yesterday existed? What is the definition of yesterday? You see, on this planet, I believe, is now in League 3D3. I don't know what that means, League 3D3, whatever that means, right? Um, if you want to prove that yesterday existed, we have to understand the construct of language and comprehending what the definitions are. Yes, yes, on the plane of the now, I remember yesterday and things that happened that I saw. I also remember today what I heard other people say yesterday, the day before today, and in a period of time prior to that. But whatever happened yesterday can also be used, okay, constructive today for what we might want to bring or manifest into the future. So if you're going to manifest something, how do you go about manifesting that? Do we have to take an action in this manifestation? Encourage your viewers to share your live and invite more friends. I encourage my viewers. My viewers. And I like to just bring in, like, what is my, me, my, mo? Like fee, fi, fo, fum. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I didn't use fa, and I didn't use fee, fi, fo, fum. Fee, fi, fo, fum. So I used 4 out of the 5 of them, but I didn't use fa, because I can't use fee, fi, fo, fum. And the last one was 3 letters. So I went 2, 2, 2, and then I went 3 letters. And in the 3 letters, there's going to be 2 letters and 1 letter. 1 letter to the center of 2 letters. Well, actually, can I say 1 letter to the center of 3 letters? No, it's 3 letters total, and it's 1 to the center of the 2. This is what I do. I try to understand where everything can go and what changes happen. And, like in time, or in numbers. And between 2 numbers, if I want to join them in the middle, I'm going to go to 0.5. Most numbers join at 0.5, but you can't say that. They have to be numbers that are next to each other. Is it the number to the left and the number to the right is what I'm trying to say, not the number above and the number below. If I went from left to right, it would be 10101111111. If I went up and down, it'd be 3 and 3. If I went on this angle, it'd be 2 and 2. And if I went on this angle, it's going to be 4. So I have to understand, I like to understand, I make myself to understand what is happening in the artwork, in geometric shapes and angles, and what it does to my connecting to dots and dashes, and what distance can I travel, okay, not on how many distances I go on an angle, but what angle will I create in order to achieve a certain level to reach another dot or dash, and everything starts over, right, at 10. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1, 4, 7, 10. In the 1 row getting to 10 was 1, 4, 7, then 10. It was 2, 5, 8, 11. 11 is 1 and 1 is 2. 3, 6, 9, 12. 1 and 2 is 3. I want to keep the mask on. I've been here for about 20 years now, and I'm just getting up to, and I'm getting consistent now, because sometimes I have 2 people watching me, and the other, and the father. But at least I know I'm recording 100%, and you can shut down this network, but it's all being recorded and shot back into the system that we come from. Nothing gets lost. Every word I say will always be written, will always be vibrated within the system that we live. Hey, Gigi. Say hi to Hey, Gigi. Hey, Gigi. Let's see what's out here. We have Coral. No, that's invited guest. What does this say? It says join a live. If I go in a live, how do I exit a live? You know what I'm saying? No vacancy. You know, I know I'll jump into a live and all of a sudden, you know, it's like all so stupid this. Raptor fan. Power of the Raptor. I love life. Maria. Okay, I got to concentrate on me. Somebody asks me, I'll jump in. Where was I? Oh, yes, we're all here right now. It's me and yeah, they just jump in and jump out. Why isn't anybody staying? You know, I hear all these people saying, send me likes, send me this, send me that. I'm not asking for anybody to send me anything. I just want somebody to stick around. Oh, that looks pretty weird in the camera, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm going, hey, come on, somebody stay. We're going to get on with this video, right? They stay for 2 seconds. Numerology, numerology, numerology. Maybe I should put up a sign. How can I put up a sign? Oh my God, I'm running out of books. My last book for the month. So let me see if I can write this out here, right? You can see them jumping in and out, right? And it says viewers 19. How do I invite viewers? Use multi-guest for 10 minutes. Go 60 minutes. Use co-host for 10 minutes. Let me see what this is. Yeah, so we're still just the two of us. So maybe I should just put up a sign because a lot of people put up signs, right? What if we put that up? Shoot, that's backwards. Yeah, that's a bit better. $19 and $24. 19 and 24. Because when you put these words together, right, with these letters together, I'm sorry, when you put these letters together, can you say this letter? I can't hear you. Can you say this letter? I can't hear you. Can you say this letter? Or this letter, right? So we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to turn it to this side, okay? And I want you to tell me the sound of this letter. Right, that's right. That's the E, the X. So that's the sound of the letter. So now I want to know the sound of this letter. So you have this letter and then this letter, and the sound of this letter is this letter. So if X and S, okay, if X and S is 43, when you add the E into the 43, you end up with 48. If you used an I, you would end up with 52. It just so happens the word sun, buy, sell, the ring of the cube is all 48. 2 plus 2 or 2 times 2 times 2. I get a lot of these invite you to co-host and then they shut me down. I haven't seen, and it's really neat. I'll keep doing it just for the fun of it, right? These co-hosts. Hey, Miss Diva, are you real? Are you still here? Did you come into the channel and leave? I wish they would make, just join. Did they join or leave? Because it only says one. You see the viewers here. Oh, it believe you me, it is disturbing. 19 live feed viewers, 21 total viewers. Does that mean there's 19 people here right now? Let me see that again. 28 total views. Live feed viewers. I have no idea what that means. Does that mean they're here now? If there's anybody here now, right? Say now I'm here. Are lions are lions supposed to have good hearing? Because I didn't hear anything, right? I didn't hear anything. So this is what I do. I do numerology. I do a different kind of numerology, right? I'm just starting to learn this, right? I'm just starting to learn this. Dots. The dot and the dash. And you know, the singular dot and dash, right? You can look at it and say, well, look at that. A dot and a dash. And I forget what language or where I see it when you see this dot and this dash, right? But if I turned it this way, you would see that as the letter I. Is that correct? Oh, is that what it is? Finger scrollers passing through? That's okay. Invite. Yeah, you want to join my channel? You know what? I'm just doing it. Somebody's sending me all these red hearts. You know, red roses. Right? We spoke about the roses today. So we talk about the eye. There's a significance with the eye and the French, right? The French. The French, when they say the I, they say E, right? The letter I is not I in French, it's E. They say I and E, and they also exchange the J for the G, and that's really, really huge, right? The J and the G in the exchange is 10 and 7. It's a representation of the planet Mars for the numeric value in the alphabet A1 and Z26. Mars totals 51, like Area 51. So if we want to talk about that and we write down the word, right, area, right, you see two A's, the R and E, meaning between the split of what? Possibly between the split of the sun system. The reason I say the sun system, right, and I'm a little bit tired tonight, so I'm going to be doing this a little bit different, is I'm going to show you, right, that the letter A can be split down the center and still remain A. But I like to call this the delta angle, to the left and to the right. The A to the left, the A to the right. Split. When you split it, right, it's going to create the letter I. One side and the other side, and you bar it across, it will create the letter H. If I take and create two lines on top of my A, right, if I go ahead and put two lines on top of my A, let me do this. I will end up with the Z. When I run the back of the Z and down, I will end up with the letter N. Through A, I get I get H, I get Z, and I get N. And I'm going to write that out for you. Heinz 57. The 8th letter, the 9th letter, the 14th letter, and again, the 8th letter. It's kept in between 8, H, and Z26. The house of DC, the cold house. The reverse of HINZ is MARS. Mars is the reverse of these letters. M reverse N, A reverse Z, R reverse I. I and R, right? They're pretty special. So is S and R. S meaning plural, S reverse H. All reverse alphabet is 27. If you want to know how I get something, please ask. All my work, all my studies can be found somewhere. It exists somewhere. Whether it's the diameter of the sun, the distance to the sun, the diameter of the earth, okay, or the circumference of the earth, if it's an object, a person, a place, or a thing, if it's found in the deck of cards, if you think it's fake and not real, if it's a story, if it's a word, if it's a number, if it's a shape, if it's weights and measures, if it's on the periodic table, if it's a math equation, within the construct of each one of these elements, there is a story going on. Area space. Area 51. Nevada. Area space. Area 51. Nevada tells stories, okay, about numbers, about the Old West when we look into the movies. Now, we don't have to speak about truth, but we do have to do this in an amateuric way, meaning you're going to put it in the genre that it is, okay? And it doesn't have to mean that if it comes into the genre of science fiction, that's the way it's depicted. So when I look at things, I'm going to unscramble them in a different fashion. But for me, every single word is real in its individuality. And the individuality of our moon, the one basic thing of our moon, okay, is that we understand it. What we understand it, the fairness of our understanding between us. Before I can go on, I'm not looking for the argument. I'm looking for the discussion, not the argument. I'm not looking, but it can't be. I want you to say that's not possible because of, or it doesn't look possible because of, or I don't understand. Can you help me see it? Although I have some concrete finalizations of stories that are right now in the fictional state and theory, even though they're 100% true to their actuality, is that when I write 1 and 1, right, I already know it's 11. I already know 1 and 1 is 11. We have to remember from where we began, and we do have to remember some of the scriptures in the Bible and what it said. And for that reason, I said this, okay, is because there's millions of people that are looking at the Bible. There's people that are reading these things. And if they want to see it on an alternative light for the truth that it is, I can lead you there and show you. Morse code, dots and dashes. Where do we start with the dot and the dash? Is it connecting the dots? Is that what it is? Is it connecting the dots? GS99 waiting for others. What are they waiting for others? What does that mean, waiting for others? Co-host 2-3. You know, I think everybody's waiting. And you know what? When I look at all these pictures, not one of them looks like it's from Canada. Not one. Join, 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 join. Yeah, and besides that, I'm like a little timid, you know? I'm just like a little timid. So we talked dots and dashes, and we know that the dot and the dash, right? And it's probably time to go to bed. Oh my God. This is the hour of creation right now. It's creation right now. It's the 73rd minute of the day. The 73rd minute of the day. We just passed by 111, which was the 71st minute of the day. Do you know what number 71 is? And there is, like I mentioned to some, that I think Gematria, right? I think Gematria remembers everything you typed in, and it'll put all your numbers in order. If you look up number 71, S19, P16, you invite me to, oh, they disappear so fast. E5, R18, matter and energy inside the word. RE, right? RE, 18 and 5. I know there's matter and energy connected within that because 13 and 5 creates 18. Not only 12 and 6 creates 18 because we came here on 6 through the E worlds. So we're going to use the numbers 5 and 6. You're writing that down? So we're going to use the numbers 5 and 6 equals to 11. We're going to go 5 with 13 equals to 18, and 6 and 12 equals to 18, where the female would be the 6 and 12, and the male would be the 5 and 13, and that leads me to the division in the sun. Are you listening to this, Cynthia? This is what I just picked up just now. I've never done it this way before. And then when you pick up 7 and 11, right, that's actually the cube. 7, 11 equals to the 18. And we're going to use the 4 and the 14. So now we get the mirror into that, and we notice that the 14 is the house, is the king, is going to lead up to the IT system. The 14 is the other side of the alphabet, dividing between 13 and 14. The alphabet, the halfway point of the alphabet, right? The 1 through 26 equals to 27, and the halfway point is 13.5. For those of you who are not here right now, I'll tell you what I do on this channel. On this channel, I do not know the terminology for many things. I'm not well versed for the choosing of, what do you call it? I'm a little tired right now for the word, right? So, yeah, I don't even know what I was saying. It's getting late and a little frustrating. What do you think? How come nobody's, you know what? And I don't want to put anybody on. I want somebody to like come here and ask me, and I'm going to go, okay, you know, I'm hungry for it. I definitely know when I go to sleep tonight, I must meet with my angels. Or actually, I have to meditate and go back home. I have to go back home and send a word out, right, through the grapevine. I have to send the word back through the grapevine, right? I just thought about that. Grape, vine, you know, and for me, it's so monkey and lion and jungle-like. Think about it. Grape, vine, monkeys and chimpanzees, apes and gorillas, jumping from the vines. We have grapes, the grape that grows on the vine, that makes the wine from the grape on the vine. That in wine is 9, and 9 and 5 go together. They are the reverse cubes, right? The reverse cube is 5 and 9. You come into the E world with 5. Your birth is within 9. You are mirrored from what is 432 vibration between what is 5 and 1 to be born underneath the 9876 to the 5. We connect together the 5 and 5, and it's created through the half-life of numbers that are associated between 1 and 6. Now, how did we get to 1 and 6? Was it a 9 and 7 equaling to 16? Was it an 8 and 8 equaling to 16? Because that's the only way you can get it, right? Now we can get it in other ways if we want to work in an association to get to 16, like 1 and 15 equals to 16, and 2 and 14 equals to 16, and 3 and 13 equals to 16, and 4 and 12 equals to 16, and 5 and 11 equals to 16, and 6 and 10 equals to 16, and 7 and 9, we're back to 7 and 9 equals to 16. Now in Hebrew, right, they're going to say tet vav for 16. They're also next, after that, they're going to do it twice. They're going to go tet vav, and then they're going to say, they're going to go tet zayin, and then they're going to go yud. Now I don't know if it's yud or yud. Okay, zayin, and tet vav, okay, which is 16. Tet vav, hold on a second, 9, which is 15, right? And then tet zayin, okay, which is 16, and then yud zayin, which is 17. So we used 7 twice, both at 9 at the birth and then at 10, okay? And 10 is the completion of the star system. When you're completing the star system, you get that extra point, whether that's the ghost, the Holy Spirit, you want to call it the spirit, okay? And the soul, the spirit and the soul. And I'm starting to ask myself the question between the spirit and the soul, because as far as I understand, spirit, pirate, what color is the spirit, right? The alcohol, okay, is known to be the spirit. And we also know we have the red and the white wine, when we drink the Holy Spirit, because apparently I think it's only really the wine that is the most purest of spirits, which comes from the vine, which the ape, right, was swinging from the vine. And then the word ape is number 22, and 22, okay, busts out of that cube. When you do busting out of that cube, right, you start with a 12. You always bust out with a 12. And the reason for that is, although you can bust out with a 16 and then a 6, right, the 12 and the 10, and then you're going to have the 13, okay, and the 9, and then the 14 and the 8. So we have to understand that between the 13 and the 14 is a split between the first 13 and the second 13. So I know there's going to be split with the 8 and the 9 busting me out at 22, and that's the heaven's birth. So it's a little bit late and no one showed up to the channel. So we're going to end it right here. I know I'm not running out of information. I mean, as long as you look, it's there, you know. As long as the question has been asked, there's going to be an answer for it because of the math. So Cynthia, I see a lot of other people came here, but nobody stays. So I have 15 new messages. Let me see what they are. Hold on a second. Yeah, at 57.75. I love that. You know what it is about that? What I like? I'm going to see if I can show you this on the floor. Hold on a second. Let me show you this. First it's the aliens. See the alien, right? That comes from the roulette table. And then over here, I revert back and forth 5 and 2, right? 5, 7, 7, 2. Or you can almost say Egypt in that 33. And then you can see 1, 1, 1 and 1, or 11, 11. And you can go 1101 if you want with this one over here. This one over here is a nothing. I should probably just take it down, right? I was just what I'm just trying to figure out what I did in this one, but I just want to, just nullify this one. There's one error in this one. I don't remember where it is. They're hard to find if there are any errors, right? So the basic board will start off with these dots over here. Which one? This one over here, right? Well, if you look in my kitchen, right, I just want to turn this camera around. When you look in my kitchen, what I did, right, in the kitchen is all you have to do is make a whole bunch of messy lines, right? And then what you do is you go outside the line. You go on the left side of the line and the right side of the line. That's all you have to do. You make one scribbly line and then you follow it. That's all. That's basically the only, I don't really like that part. It was part of one of the fleur-de-lis. They're all like one-sided fleur-de-lis, you know what I'm saying? Like there's where's that other one? Yeah, that like fleur-de-lis over there, and then this one over here, right? And then the half one, I don't know if you can see it. This one here, that one there, the half one, and then those dogs, the with the multiple heads, right? Well, let me see. So I did it over here, and if you can see, right, here's a dog foot and a dog foot. There's a dog to the left, dog to the right, one looking over, one over here, and then there's the happy face, and then there's my fox, right? My fox in the back. Do I have the fox somewhere? Oh, you can't see that, right? Let me see if I can move right up to it. No, we can't see that fox back there. So we're just walking around the house. What if I spun? Whoa, I'm getting a little dizzy. Here. Whoa. Oh, God. Hey. What a day it's been. What a day at the office. Sending out the good vibration. Come to me. Come to me. Let's share. Oh, look, I'm ranked in the top 0%. That'd be crazy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. What secret can I share with you today? I'm like the magic man. Oh, cancel. I want to see what that said. Pin a donut? What does that mean? Encourage your viewers to help me achieve my goal. So I should encourage people to spend their money, right? We'll just unpin. I'm going to go to hosts. Maybe I'll just have someone just jump on and let somebody ask me a question. But it's really crazy because all the co-hosts with creators, they only have 3 people. 3 and 2 and, right? And I don't even know how to get these people off now, right? Should I add one on? I'm usually a little like shy, right? I just can't see one. And I'm looking in here and I don't know what this is and how it works. And it's got to be at least, Sister Love and Lone Rider and Darwin and oh no, I should just leave this run all night, right? But I think they jump in and shut you down eventually if you leave it on all night, right? What does this say over here? Invite. What does that mean, invite? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
So many silent people out there, eh?
Yeah.
So many silent people.
Yeah, man. I'm just trying to understand what's happening.
If you're too silent, we'll just have to. Well, how does this work, right? How does this work? Let me see.
Huh?
How does this work?
Which this you mean? What are you doing? Tell me. I help you.
How does this work? Just give me a second. Let me figure this out.
Okay. Oh, sorry, but it took too much of my time. Gotta go.
Yeah, so how do you get rid of these people? How sick it is. How sick? You see how sick that is? Do you see how sick that is? Would you like to know? Can you help me figure it out? Right? How do I get somebody that I invite? Right? Like, how do you uninvite somebody? So can I invite you? Just cover your camera or something, and let's see if I can uninvite you, or if you know how to uninvite. Is that okay? So let's try this. Let me see. Let me just see. I want to see how this works. Oh, look at that. Okay. Okay. So I know how to get rid of you, I think. You don't have to accept it. Let me just see. So now that I invite you, and I can just do that. Okay, that's good. So I figured out how to do that, right? Now, how do I get myself back into the big camera? Okay, okay, that's good. Right? That's good, right? Oh, hold. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Where are you? Where are you again? Wow, I don't even have to know. Let me see this. Okay. There we go. There we go. So I have too many boxes here, right? I just sent you another invitation, right? Okay, you were invited. Okay. And is anybody else here? So we're two of us. So why does it say X? Does that mean if I X you, it X's you out? Then it says viewers, which is Stellar Aka. Are you still there?
I'm here. It's not gonna let me use a.
If anybody
video,
wants to
though.
know what's going on over here, I'm still trying to figure out this how this works. Hey Cynthia, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Or are you
Can you
staying
hear me?
silent?
Let me see. No. Can you hear me?
Okay, let me tell you, since there's usually nobody here, and I don't like to talk like that in a negative side. I'm usually not like that, right?
Can you
I
hear
do
me?
something called astronumeric science. I also call it, I'm just looking for all the names that I call it. I'm just trying to look for a starting point. I study dots and dashes and things that can be found in the void, what most do not see. Or not what most do not see, it's what I find and I share, like this calculator over here. That would be the face of Rubik's Cube. This calculator over here is the face of Rubik's Cube. Can you
yeah.
understand why? Rubik's Cube has 9 for every face. The calculator has 9 for every face. There are 6 sides on Rubik's Cube. Calculator only has 1 side. Therefore, it's a skeleton. Most of what I believe we know is skeleton, or it's a piece and part that leads up to a larger picture. So whatever number you want to talk about, it's going to have a connection somewhere. Now, I was close to ending my live. I'm a little tired. Hello, Stellar Oka. How you doing? I can barely see anything down here. I think I'm going to try and open up. Let me open up this page up here on my TikTok on my computer so I can see, because I see absolutely nothing. I wish I had my hat. I usually wear my hat. Let me see what this is over here.
It looks like you're wearing a hat.
Oh, gotta shut that sound. I usually wear my hat. Yeah, okay.
Can you hear me
Okay.
or not? Can you not
So
hear me?
I just have to move this around. Oh, thank you very much. I'm never really understanding how the entire system works. I'm still looking at. I've been out here doing this for 8 hours today, so excuse me for that. Um, do you know what I do? Does anybody know what I do? 369. Um, when you're going east, north, and south on this calculator, right? It's all by threes. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 3 is 7. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 3 is 8. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9. If we're going side to side, it's with ones. 7 over to 8 is 1, to 9 is 1, etc., etc. If you're going
Thank you.
on this angle, right, that in French would be called aigu. When you're going on that angle on the calculator, not on the telephone, but on the calculator and the telephone are set up different. The 1 is over here. It's 1, 2, 3 at the top. So when you go up in this direction over here, right, I call that Venus at the 7th gate. The reason it's Venus at the 7th gate, Venus is the second planet. There are 4 parts to Venus. When Venus gets mirrored, guess what? We come into play. Your base creation is A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, A and B is inside of A, inside of B equals to C. When you see C, right, C is 3, 1, 2, 3. Take off any one of these 3. You're going to have 6 left over. Our birth is a 9 birth. 9 will always be there, but in different constructs. Our day 6 coming into this world, and I didn't finish with this piece. Let me finish with this piece. When you're going in this direction, you're going by 4s. 2 over to 6 is 4. 1 over to 5 is 4. 5 over to 9 is 4. 4 over to 8 is 4. When you're going the opposite way, it's always by 2s. When you're going up and down, it's always by 3s. When you're going side to side, it's always by 1s. A, B, C, D. When you get to D, according to numbers, right, you flip over. It's a 3-1, 3-1, 3-1 cycle, and it has a lot of connections. It has a connection to the leap year. It also tells me that in a cycle, I have to make sure that I get the 4 years in order for that leap day. The moon cycle, okay, now there's how can I explain this? You know, I really never have anything planned. I just go with the flow and I let it flow, and I make sure that the mathematics are, or the situations for what not only do we believe, but what we live by. What we live by, right? 'Tis a new day. Day, 16 hours. Night, 8 hours. Now, it doesn't matter if it's moving. That's the calculation for the night and day, because I can't find any other one. And also because of other relationships and numbers. 3 times 120 degrees is going to give me 360. 4 times 90 degrees, our birth, is going to give me 360. So 3 times 3 and 3 plus 3 equals to 6 and 9 equals to 15.6. 4 times 4 is 16 and 8 equals to 24.6. 3 times 120, 4 times 90. If you notice, when you do the 3 and 3, you get 6 and 9, right? Your rotation in the sun, 6 over to 9. What percentage does this go over to this? I forget what it was in order for this number to reach this number. But regardless, the answer is 15. That's the letter O. In the next box, right? 4 times 4, 4 plus 4 is 16 and 8 equals to 24, the letter X. 2 and 4 equals to 6, and 6, they equate to each other in star system math. It's just ironic, right? Not only do they equate over there, but on a 3,000-year-old pair of dice, 3 and 3 is opposite to 4 and 4. The sexual items on a male and a female is here. Love is here. Numerically, and 2 by 2, the test tubes are brought 2 by 2 up onto Noah's Ark, are here. And the sun is here. These are the only numbers within the dot and the void. I'm showing you these. There are 2 others. I only need to show you these right now. Within the construct of each one, according to my guide, right? The House of Kaaba, my guide. Understanding the 2 by 2 guide. The controller in Rubik's Cube. Right over here. My lucky 18 high. A single high and a double high and a triple high. Right over here. The center of Rubik's Cube has 18 cubes surrounding one. Those 18 cubes will be set up as 12 double colored cubes, meaning if you look at Rubik's Cube, you'll see that the inside between the corners will all be 2 colors, and the heart, the universal joint is in between here, and the universe is 6, 3 and 3, all independent, right? But when they're independent, the movement will be moving 9 to the face and 8 to the outside, 12 to the outside. 9 to the face, 12 to the outside. And at the heart, there's only 8. So if the alphabet had to end on 26, 2 and 6 equals to 8, that would be the heart. Over here, because you only get to see the inside, the heart in between the corners, okay? You only get to see the inside, and that's going to be 8 cubes around one, 3 different times. You know the NASA sign, 3 different times? Well, that sign is also a hexagonal sign. When you add in the 4th line, you lock everything up. And when you add in the 4th line, you now create what is the octagon. You now create the stop sign. How can I explain why? You also ignite this, because within the stop sign, or the understanding of a stop, when you hold up a hand, right? You hold up a hand, it means stop. So does the octagon. So we know that 5 is a representation of the letter E, of the letter N, of the letter W. They are all in the 5th house on the base skeleton level. Stop sign, yes, the stop sign is the pound sign. Yes. Yes, the stop sign is the pound sign.
Yeah, the 8-point star.
And there's only one jail, right? There's only one jail, the core, right? The core of the tic-tac-toe. Now, I usually lose myself when I speak. I don't have anything prepared like I usually say. How you doing, Wambi Nyajan? I should just tell everybody to leave me a number because I can't pronounce half these names. Yes, the cube, there's the Earth cube and the Mars cube. The Earth cube, okay, is 33. And the Mars cube is 22. There's different things that happen with the Earth cube, okay? I'm not sure if you saw the Metra. Let me see what the name of this is over here. Not really good with some of the names, you know. Oh, yeah. It's called the Tesseract, right? It's called the Tesseract.
Yes.
And this is where one cube is held inside of another cube. So when you look at this over here, this is the Mars cube. This is the Earth cube. This is going to equate to 3 cubed equals to a total of 27. The Mars cube over here is going to total 8. The total is 35. 3 and 5 have a lot of meanings. One of the connections to 3 and 5 are the initials coming together, as in the initials Rob, or how about bro? Sometimes they call Rob, sometimes they call them Bob or Rob, but it fits to the word of brother. And brother is going to fit to what is father. And father is going to fit to what is mother. They all have a connection. The 4 letters at the end total to 51. 28 and 23 is their association, right? Their association is 28 and 23, right? Which is going to be another Mars association. Just like Area 51 is going to bring together both Mars and Earth. It's a connection. Imagine in a state where all the numbers keep on turning, where nothing ever sleeps, that we have 88 in the initials of Hoover Dam, right? Hoover Dam, right? Initials 88. Well, I use it for Hoover Dam. It's actually 84. Sorry about that. I was thinking of the association of Herbert Hoover and Hoover Dam. That's what I was thinking about. But Hoover Dam is noted to be what is HD. Can somebody tell me something about HD? Doesn't matter. The big H and the small h. The H is the 8th letter, but the small h looks like a chair. Small h looks like a chair. It also looks like number 4, 8 and 4. 4 is 1/3, 8 is 2/3. 1/3 and 2/3 of what? Well, if I said it that way, it has to be 4 of 12 and it has to be 8 of 12, right? If I reduce 4 of 12 down, I get to 1/3 and 2/3. It's ironic that this calculator, right? 1 divided by 3 is 0.0333. 4 divided by 3 is 1.333. 7 divided by 3 is 2.333. 2 divided by 3 is 0.333. 5 divided by 3 is this one is 0.666. This one over here, 3 divided by the 5 is 1.666, and with the 8, it's 2.666. So we have to note that when we're talking about 0 before the decimal, when we're talking about 1 before the decimal, and 2 before the decimal, 2 and 1, 21 dots in the cube. 21 is the number in the game of blackjack. 210, also to note that all zeros, one, if you're going to go with a number in Trinity with 0, all zeros will equal to 6. 6 is like 1, almost like 9, but in life, your 9 comes into the 6 light. 9 brings everything back. If I made it a 9, okay, for that 0, it's going to bring everything back to its same self. What 6 does in the E-world, it's like adding on only 1, because we start at 5 in this world. We have a formation, right? And then because every actual cube, or sorry, every actual triangle, okay, is 4. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Let me look back for I lost my yeah. Yeah, so let me see this. Taught as children, open minds, establishment minds. 12 is AB, 1 between 2 equals to 3. I'm hearing a lot of noise. I don't have my hat. Where's my hat? I usually wear something on my head. I'm not wearing it. Okay, but I'm going to be going to bed soon anyway, so we'll just try and leave my hat out of this, right?
It looks like you're wearing a hat.
How you doing, Alec? What does that say? What happens when you click on a name there? Okay. Where was I now? Oh, wait a second. I had something in the kitchen. I think it was my hot water boiling. I didn't pick it up. I'm going to come back and see if I can find my way back into where I was, back onto the grapevine. The vines are where the apes jump. They also make the wine, right? And they make the red and the white wine. They call it the spirit, but it can also be alcohol, right? Alchemy sort of fits together. Are you still with us? I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to come back. And what happened to my my headdress? Just give me a second here.
Yeah, the oil and the wine, they have a lot to do with the alchemy of the body.
That's pretty
Christ
weird.
oil
I just
harvest.
put it down, right? I just put it down. I'm sitting on it, right? I'm sitting on it. It's right here. Well, let me get. There you go. There you go. But I want to.
Alec, you fight dragons.
You're okay here? You fight dragons?
I'm a dragon.
Dragon is number 59. So we're born, okay, depending on how you want to look at it. First of all, dragon is 59. E-I-E-I-O. The tiger is also number 59. E-I-E-I-O, 59 and 59. Born into the E world under the 9 birth, living the 6th life. Onto the 1 moon Luna. And the moons of guidance. Let me use them. The moons of guidance, or are they the moons to bring us to places that we shouldn't go, or stopping us from going to places we need to go? Or they could be our night moon. The difference between night and day. Okay. And we did that calculation before, and I'm trying to hold this thought into my head. Where did I write this down? Here. Night and day have something very in common, right? The greatest thing that, do you know what night and day has in common? They're opposites. So yeah, you talked about the bull and the ram and ramble, right? You're rambling on. The word ramble or rumble, right? Rum and bull is 52 and 47, equaling to 99. It's going to be a connection to Venus and the 7th gate and the sun. And it's going to be connected to the sun cube right here. The reason for this, let me see if I can explain this. I'm just exhausted from my day, but there's no excuse if I'm going to say something. Okay. First note, bull is going to go with the 2nd zodiac sign. 2 goes along with the 2 moons of Mars. The 2 moons of Mars hold on the outside. They hold on the outside, right? I don't like the way this page is set up. What does it mean just for fun? What is that? No, okay. I just don't like that I'm in half a screen, so I'm not sure how to move. 9 times 9 is 81. The numeric value of Venus, okay, is 81. The numeric value for square is also 81. 9 times 9, 9 plus 9 equals to 18. The R letter is for 18, and it implements other letters within it. In the English language, R sounds like it's in the soft A. Yeah, I think it's 81 if I can remember, because QU are 38. ARE is just like ES, right? So it's 24, and that's 62, and then S is 19. And putting the S at the beginning is telling me I'm joining the first section, or possibly the first, what do you call it? The first spiral. The reason for that is S connects two systems together. It also will say 9/11. I'm going to show you that. Remind me, I'm doing these things live other than just writing them in the book. Because if you're reading a book at home, right, and you're going to say, well, I don't understand it. And I'm going to say, well, I can't explain it better than that. So by us being here, right, we are able to decorticate that. So in the letter R being the 18th letter and knowing, oh my God, and knowing that this cube has 18 around 1. 18 times 18, 324, vibration 432, which is standard in between 1 and 5 is 432, right? The letter R is in the A house. The letter R is the 18th letter. 1 is for A and H is for 8. So now instead of just having R, you have RAH, and somehow, somewhere, somebody says Ra is the god of the sun. It totals between 9 times 9 and 9 plus 9. It equals to 99 again, back to itself. The only other number that will create this is number 36, right? 36 or 3 is noted that where 1 and 2
letters.
Okay, 1 and 2 comes together to create 3. When you create that 3, not only do you just create the 3 dots, but the question is up against this calculator over here, this face, we take away 3 and we end up with 3 on this side and 3 on this side. We end up also not only to note that 3 and 3, we also end up with 322, 322, like the Masonaries. 3 colors, 2 colors, and 2 colors, 3 colors, and 2 colors, and 2 colors. Yes. So what also happens with that, I'm just trying to see where I was. There's so many things that go on at the same time. A guy you reminded me of was returned back to USA from Calgary. A guy you remind me of was returned back. Returned back, returned back. A guy you remind me of was returned back to USA. A guy you remind me of was returned back to USA. Universal Spirit Angel, because that's the way I see USA. Universal Spirit Angel. 21, 19, and 1. Reverse is going to be 6, 8, 8. Okay, I can understand that. You know what? I'm off the subject. So I was talking about also a marble, right? When you say the word marble, you have to think of the word Mars. Earth and Mars are directly connected according to this cube. We are the children of creation. Yes, USA Corporation or the corpses, absolutely. Right? And how about if we do this? Bad H. Rammer. Never heard of him. I'll look him up. Right? Master builder becomes a master builder today. Now, master builder to what? Master builder talking about Moses, talking about Noah, talking about Jesus, rebuilding back from the ancient knowledge. Now, I just heard somebody say there is no ancient knowledge. I hold the key for what I know. For what I remember at the present time of what happened, okay, in my mind that I heard, that I learned, that I read in a book, and I see it to bring forth today, now. So I still don't understand when somebody says you don't exist. Yes, on certain planes of reality, no, we don't exist. If you take a microscope, okay, and come right up to me and be able to see my complete body with a camera. No, you won't. You move back to a certain distance when you can get me completely. Like right now, I don't completely exist. You don't see my face and you don't see my whole body. I have to stand up and then you can see an image of what I'm like because I've been projected into this camera. Or yes, into the eye. I've been projected into the eye. It picked up the molecules of who I am, the pixels. It brought it so close together. When you take a picture and you say it's blurry, it's more absolutely perfect. Okay, it's because you're just focusing on what's before the object that you're trying to get that looks blurry, but you've caught everything before it. A camera can't be actually blurry, right? You're actually just picking up what's before of what's perfect, right?
Pixelation.
Truer photo. Yes, absolutely a truer photo. The word crucifix is a funny word. When you design it, it looks like an S. When you write crucifix in art, right? I'm gonna have to show you, so you might see what I'm talking about. Let's see if I can find it. I got to reclassify my 20,000 pictures. Okay, I got it here. Maybe I can just hold on a second. Let me see if I can. There it is. Do you see it? Do you see it right over here? This is crucifix. I can turn the camera around. Just give me a minute. This is crucifix. It's written that way, right? It's written all the way up, and then it's written all the way down, and it creates this piece of art. And with crucifix, C3, R9, U3, C3, I9, F6, I9, X24, 2 and 4 is 6. Crucifix. Only 3, 6, and 9. That's all you get from crucifix. There's other words. Yes, I want to get back to what I was talking about before, right? Somebody flip that camera back. Yeah, I came on for 5 hours today, and I think I had 4 people at a time at the most. Right? It was really, really, really weird. So where was I going to go next? Yes, I was talking about the cube, and the only 2 real numbers that you're going to need for love, for the sun, and everything else for 2 by 2, and I lost my cube, and I took off my other. Oh, here it is. Right? Is that this one over here? And don't forget, there's this angle and this angle. One is going to be a 2 angle. The other is a 4 angle. It's going to create a gateway. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 8 and 6. The entire cube is split up between at the 7th gate between 8 and 6, the house planet. 3 and 6 missing. And then the opposite is 4 dot and 5 missing. 5 and 6. 6 and 3, the male organ. Our base creation of 6, the male. The base creation of 4, okay, becomes 5 and 4, the son, love, and the female. Now it all moves. It all gets shifted. When we duplicate the alphabet, it gets shifted. The female or the feminine, right, moves into the number 4, and the male moves into the number 5. They get shifted or inverted somehow. I don't know how that happens, but you can see that the male, right, should be 6 and 3. The 6 and 3 for the male. The female is the 5 and 4. Our base creation, like I said before, right, is 1 between 2, creating 3. When you do that and you look at this, what is our backbone of creation? 2 and 1 equals to 5 and 6, 11. We're born into the E world. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. When you add them up, it equals to 6. When you go to D, it equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. You flipped over. The Purina and the checkerboard, the Purina checkerboard is because the number 1, right, going by threes, does this. And only number 1 does this. None of the other numbers. With 3, 6, and 9, the 3 and 6 are the only numbers that come back to themselves at 4. Only 3 and 6 do this. 9 repeats on every second number. But 1 and 2 repeat on the 10th number. 1 and 2 equals to 3. 4 and 5 equals to 9. Each one of them repeat on the 10th number. And 7 and 8, 15. 1 and 5 is 6. Also note that cribbage is played with 15s, and cribbage ends at 121, which is 11:11. And also the 23rd hour is also 11 and also equates to 11. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals to 6 and 5, 11. It's the same as Mars, holder of the vibration, 5 and 1, Area 51, saying yo, yo, yo. Yeah, yo, yo, yo. The 15th letter is O. 25 is the value of the word area. A1R18 equals to 19. E5 equals to 24. A1 equals to 25. 25, the 25th letter is Y. Y and O, yo. When you go to the game of craps, they tell you all the odds. They go yo, 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 11. But when you live in Quebec, 11 is the student. That's the word for student, 11. They're actually saying 11. And within the word 11, you can hear Eve in both 7 and 11. The female sex organ is 54. The male sex organ is 63. The reverse of this entire cube on every single side is going to be 5 and 2, 7. 7 and 4, 11. 4 and 3, 7. 6 and 5, 11. 6 and 1, 7. 8 and 3, 11. Where did I get all these numbers? Using it off the base. Here. This is the base. Old Mother Hubbard lived in a shoe, right? Or was the cupboard bare? See, if it's bare, bear's noted to be up and down. So it's bare now, but there'll be something there later. The bull and the bear, the bull goes with the bear, right? And it's the happy trading, how things come together. So we did that 5 and 4. So what it is with the 54 and 63 from the male and the female sex organ gives me 117. When every single side, right, of the face, your 9 birth, it's all 9. The void, what you don't see, are 3 areas here. When you hold it this way, I'm on the outside, the 180-degree plane, the letter R. When you turn it the other way, it's the 90-degree plane or the 90-degree angle, okay, which is the I letter, the 180 and the 90, the flat plane, and then the 90 is what? That 1/4 area. I usually just use the 90 as the height above the 180. The 3 times 6, 3 plus 6, right, is going to create what is 18 and what is 9, equaling to 27, the house of bait. At the same time, it's what 3 and 6 creates as 99. So even though Jupiter is number 99, even though 13 is 99, it comes in creation, the creation with the void. The 6 creation comes with the 6 into the light with 9. 6 and 3 is 9. Your birth into 6 is from your 3 creation. Your 6 now has its 6 and 1, the 6 days of the week, the 1 day of rest, the 1 day of rest, you get the lunar moon. Then you have the 6 and the 2, and then you get the 6 and the 3 coming together. The 1 and 2 join in holy matrimony. Marriage is Mars. Marine, Mars. Ram, Mars. Earth and Mars are a full association. Anyways, I'm tired. It's late and I have to get up early tomorrow morning. As much as I'd like to continue this, if you have any questions, how I can connect the monkey, okay, how I can connect the monkey to the cube to us, the game of blackjack, the odds, how the game of blackjack works, the Olympics. Don't give any money at the Olympics. Amateur versus professional. CFL football, 3 downs versus NFL 4 downs. 110 yards with a 55 center area. Going double nickel, living in the dime mention. Double nickel is a beaver above the house and below the house. Mecca, the Hebrews, they say that Chai is good luck. They pray to the moon. The house of Kaaba is right here. Learn how to read it. I want to learn more about the understanding between the connections and the angles between dots and dashes. And how many rows can I go down before I find my mirror? 1, 4, 7, 10, done. 2, 5, 8, 11, done. 3, 6, 9, 12, done. Do you think that number 1 is just number 1? Well, 5 and 5 is number 1. 5 and 5 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. The star system, before I go to bed, the star system of 1 and 9 connect to the E world, of 3 and 7 connect to the E world, of 6 and 4 connect to the E world, of 8 and 2 connect to the E world. I counted the 5 4 times. 4 times 5 equals to 20. The 20th letter is T. It comes from E05. The reverse of this is V, and the reverse of T is G. It ends up looking like this. It ends up looking like this.
111.
T reverse G, V reverse E, or 5G TV. 4 times 2, 4 plus 2, dividing the 7th gate in the house of 68, in the house planet. Reduce this into half, it becomes 3 and 4, Earth and Mars. Now when we increase it, it becomes Saturn and Neptune. 5G TV. 99 in the television program Reboot, right? They had TV sets running around with speakers. It just so happens that the television set, oh boy, there's so many things. Another brick on the wall is what's going to create our H and I, our high Q. 8 and 9 is 17Q. The reverse of that is J10. Our basic creation, A, B, C, D, is 10. Within Mars, the construct of Mars on ice. Our vibration stands between 4, 3, and 2, between 5 and 1. Roman numerals, okay, when they're put together and you say the word, I think the word somewhere came out in the Bible is I am or I'm, right? When you put together the word I'm, they're both Roman numerals. It's either 999 or 1001. Roman numerals are only 5s and 1s. Binary codes, although they're all 0s and 1s, that's only on the skeleton level and can be changed. The alphabet, although it's 1 through 26, right? When the alphabet comes to the balancing beam, the alphabet will move over in creation and it will be 1 through 36. And the center of the alphabet will be 6 and 31, where A is 6 and Z is 31. 3 and 1 is 4. We're living on the balance of 4, 5, and 6. the Fed. Even in Chaldean, 6, 6, and 6, the reverse of 6, 6, and 6 at Chaldean on the base value is going to be, just give me a second. I want to, because there's an easy way to say it and there's a harder way to say it. I'm looking for the harder way to say it. So what it is in Chaldean, we have 6, 6, and 6 with U, V, and W. The reverse of U, okay, is going to be F6, right? And the reverse of B is going to be E5. And the reverse of W is going to be D4. In Chaldean, I just want to see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's going to be CGLS. I'm going to have to look that up. Creation of the gateway and the wing connecting two worlds together. The Fed, right over here, is the reverse of this. What does this mean more than 666? In French, we call this in English, we call this the W, double. In French, we call this the double V, also meaning the double life. A life, for example, when you spell it with I and E, the I and E coming there. And here is a red letter bringing together alpha, beta. It is the last connected to the first. It also, when it's the last connected to the first, it's connected to the gold because it's AU for the gold and first in the center of the podium, right? And first meaning the Stanley Cup playoffs, you're both in there for the playoffs. A and U because U is the 21st letter. A is the first letter. The second time ST happens, okay, and it also happens with last, is when you get to 21. 21 is the cube. In blackjack, when you get to 21, you pay 1.5 times the wager, or 3-2. One represents Ram, reverse Mars. The other 1.5 again represents Mars. 3-2 represents the pig. It also represents the ram, and the pig's pregnancy is 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. So we're going to end it like this. And for those of you who want to see a little bit of the apartment, we showed it off a little bit before, right? I'm a little bit tired. Oh, I like this one over here, the cross pissing the oil, right? Over here, we have a bear, and we have the big head of the, here's that big head, right? I'm not sure. It's hard to get everything into this, right? There's the bull, and then we have the bear. Where's the bear? Oh, yeah, there's the bear's head, not connected to the body. And when you use the word bear, right, like the cupboard is bare is empty, I also like to think of it as on and off. On longer than off because of the hibernation, understanding hibernate, right? Hibernate. And you also have to now look at October, November, December, but I'm not going to get into everything right now. I'm just going to show you the floor. Each one of these designs has a reason for its existence. This one is going to be 510 or 5 and 1, representing Mars when the Canadian penny came off the market. This one over here is binary code. I'll get to that another day. Here, over here, looks like a little child, a male and a female because they're different, right? How did I create this different from this? Oh, I didn't connect the bottom over here. So they can be maybe the same sex, right? And then you can see the little alien here. I draw less lines in some of them so that you can see there's other realities. We don't need all the lines, you know? You didn't put the pack sack on your back and you didn't put anything in the bag when you bought the bag, right? So this all comes from the game of roulette. Different ways of connecting, understanding what X and O does. Also note that the X and O coming together will also bring on, 1 second over here. The X and O is the ox. It's number 39. Your basic of your creation is 3 and 9. Your coming of the Mars moons and the single moon of Earth will be 2 and 9 and 1 and 9. S brings together, joins the E world. The block of the E will join the first part of the shoe and the second part of the shoe. And one of the reasons I believe that the tennis scoring was made the way it was. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, we mirror, and then the 6 and 9, 15 to the 7 and 8, 15. Your birth into the light of life through the heavens gate, 7th gate. 8 and 7, 15, 6 and 9, 15. Tennis is scored 15, 15, 10. Once you connect this one over here, right, that's your E world. When you connect it, 1 through 9, 3 through 7, 4 through 6, 2 through 8, this is going to create 20, right? The heart of everything is number 74, and it's related to the Messiah, to the beast, to time, to the bull. The bull is in control of, understandably, the planet of Mars, because it is the second number. It's in the second position. Anyways, peace and love. We're going to be done for tonight. You want to come back, and I might have time tomorrow. I'm usually here every day for a few hours, but anyways, I have no promises right now. If you have any questions, if you'd like to help out the channel, I have Buy Me a Coffee. And yeah, you all know that everybody disappears when it comes to this, but you know, I have to do it. I'm just going to show you one other thing. I'm not only on TikTok. I'm also on YouTube. You can see me right here. I'm not sure. I don't like this light, right? Let me see if I can do this. Okay. And if you take a look, yes, it says I have 10,000 videos, right? I've been doing this for about a little over, 11 or 12 or no, 14, 15 years out of my 20 years I've been online, 2,500 subscribers. Okay, there's PayPal me, there's Support Me, Buy Me a Coffee, and it'd be much appreciated. Be nice that we can all meet up one day and finish this puzzle, get this on some kind of script paper, something, some kind of what can you call it, where everybody can put in something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can add to what I'm doing. And what do you call it again? Some sort of AI, building our own AI that's going to tell us a story, right? And we can jump right into the Bible. We can jump into the Bible. We can talk about any angel you want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's real or if it's fake. It's a word. It's a word. I don't need to know. And I'm not here for an argument. I'm here for a discussion. An argument is an uncompromised discussion. We also understand what logic and rationality is. We're going to see that blue and red. What were the pills? When you mix them together, it's purple. When you mix the hot with the cold, the red and the blue, you now get the warmer and the more comfortable temperature in the purple. The grape ape, the grapevine, ape or monkey. When you play the game of blackjack, just to let you go and ponder on this, that the minute you get a 12 or the dealer has a 12, everyone calls out for the monkey. In fact, those of the machine will call out for the monkey. In French, China, okay, they say my China is called machine. That's what it's called. And I like to use the association of words to look the same way. Do I invite, how does that work? When somebody pops up, does that mean they want to be invited? Because I'll stay a little bit longer. I'll just go get something in the kitchen. I just don't want to stay up all night. Well, they just disappeared. So if that's them asking, okay, ask me again and I'll let you come in. I'll stay an extra 5 minutes. I just don't want to be pumping out my voice because I am tired. Running for his bus, the SUB, right? The USB key, bus, the subwoofer for the submarine. How about Deimos and Phobos, the moons of Mars, right? Phobos and Deimos, the moons of Mars. Luna, the moon of Earth. The earphones to us are the moons of Mars, always here. We have Luna over here. The ace letter, ACE, the ace letter can be seen in 3 dimensions. Let me see where I am with this. Yeah, I'll do it here. The ace letter is a left angle and a right angle. I like to call it the delta angle. The combination of putting together the A, like the fish, if I turn it sideways, it'll look like the angel fish. Angel equals to number 39. Rat equals to 39. Ox equals to 39. Your base of creation is 3 and 9, equaling to 12. After that, you get into 4, becomes the mirror. 4 and 9 equals to the 13. And then when you get into the E world, you jump into the sun. You jump into the IT system of the sun. Now, whether or not, and whatever it is, we're going to learn it one day when we put all these numbers together, whether or not it's telling us that we're projecting everything out of here, what we see. We're somehow projecting something. Also to note that the numeric value for the sun, for love, and for the female anatomy is 54. Let me see. They want it. There's no problem. I'll invite them in. They just disappeared. So, where was I with this? Wow. Every time I interrupt myself, for every breath I take, yeah, so I'm going to jump around with this and say that a few minutes ago, I was mentioning ape or monkey. Monkey happens to be the 9th zodiac sign. Why would they put the monkey as the 9th zodiac sign and have the tiger as its enemy? 39 becomes the enemy. The balance of the monkey is the tiger. Not only is its enemy sign, right? Which head of which tail is going to be in control of the yin and the yang? So when we were talking about the monkey in the game of blackjack, the Asians, okay, as far as I know, it's usually the Asians that started this that I know of. If I go back in time, and when the dealer has a 12, they're always calling for a monkey, a monkey, a monkey. And when you get a monkey, you also get the word bust, B-U-S-T, right? Remember you said bust before? Well, here you get the word bust. Okay, or you can stub your toe, right? Which is 39 and 23 equaling to 62. That's going to represent the queen, represent also the invert to the queen is the dog. Like I said, okay, so that's why they're calling for a monkey. So 22 takes you out of the game, and it doesn't matter if you have 16, 15, 14, 13, or 12. The monkey is where it starts at 12. That's when they're calling for the monkey. Monkey equals 22. The Mars cube is 2 squared. 2 and 2. So 2 and 3 for the 2 squared, and 2 cubed and 2 squared. What is it? 2 and 2 for the 2 squared, and 2 and 3 for the... Anyways, you're right. I'm tired. I got to finish this because there's just too much, right? It's just too much. Saturn square. Saturn square on level mirror 4. 8 lines. 8 lines. This would be a Mars star, but we don't want to look at there's 8 directions. There's 4 lines. I use 3 lines and 3 lines and 3 lines and 3 lines from this. I'm not going to get into that either right now. I'm going to let it be. Peace and love to everybody. I'm going to show this again. If you can help out the channel. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, I'm going to just show this one more time. Take a screenshot. And the last thing I wanted to show you, I'm not sure if it's going to stay up on the screen or not. I usually have trouble with it. Is the 1 and the 7 are 2 different, whoop, did I do that? It disappeared on me. The 1 and the 7, right, have 2 different angles on it, right? When you complete the 1 and the 7 and put 1 over the other one, it'll do this. This is putting the 1 over the 7, or 17. 17Q, reverse, is the mirror world J. Q and J, the queen and jack, also noted to be 8 eyes and 6 eyes. Peace and love. I'll be back again. Thank you for watching.